Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of Bad Minecraft. Even though I am only, 3 episodes in, I've forgotten which number already. So, let me just tell you, I've dyed a few of my sheep red. OG Minecrafters may understand why. I have created a larger wheat farm, and I'm hoping to extend it backwards as well. I have continued progress on the house, off camera, and that is more or less it. I also went on a very long, perilous journey over 1,700 blocks away in the search of a desert. Now, there might be easier methods, but I do not know. I also found out how to view coordinates, which becomes very useful to me. With this, I know I can build myself a nether highway. This nether highway can take me, via a minecart, to my desert. This desert can then be dug out to provide me with a limitless supply of glass that does not affect my natural surrounding. Of course, to do that, I'm going to need to get obsidian to make a nether portal, and as you all know from my last episode with enchanting and mining, that there is a lava pool for me to dig up. I will need 20 obsidian as to make 2 nether portals. I have travelled back over the pond and have chosen this is where I will like to build my nether portal. I apologise that the noise of the lava bubbling and the obsidian being mined may have been rather, unpleasant, shall I say, to some listeners, and I apologise for that. Now, I would put corners on my nether portal for it to look better, but I'm not quite that rich yet. The portal is now lit and ready for me to enter the nether. Before I enter, I'd just like to explain. I am going to the nether originally to get to the desert. In the next episode I will most likely travel to the nether, in hopes of finding a fortress and finding some blaze. These will provide me blaze powder, and I will gather enough to be able to go to the end eventually. But for now I just need transportation to the desert. If you have heard of the Great Server, that is the largest no-rules server, you will know that the nether highway is a very common use of transport. I would like to take this idea and put it into Minecraft. Specifically this world. The reason behind this is that 8 blocks in the nether, because 8 blocks in the overworld are equivalent to 1 block in the nether. This allows you to travel far distances much faster. So without ado, let us travel in. I apologise that my coordinates on the screen may be rather unimmersive to you. However, I need to figure out exactly how many blocks to mine in which direction. I have done most of them off camera and hope that this is acceptable. Don't ask why I'm taking my hoe as well. I will see you on the other side. Welcome to the nether. At this point I need to run some more calculations and figure out exactly where to go. I have figured out roughly where to go and in which direction. I've also figured out how many blocks. I will be mining in the direction that I am currently facing for quite a while. So because of this, and me not wanting you to have to watch that, prepare for another time lapse. I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. I understand it may be a bit laggy, but that is mostly due to the processing power of this computer. I may complain about it a lot, but really I am grateful that I have the access to it, and it is not quite my laptop. Here I am figuring out exactly where to build the portal. This is rather crucial because if I misplace it a few blocks I may end up in an ocean. The portal is now constructed and we are able to travel back to the overworld. I am currently hoping that we end up in a desert. We will see. To my pure joy, we load into a desert. It's not exactly where I thought we were going to land, but it is good enough. I start mining a bit of sand, but I foolishly did not realize that my shovel was about to break, so I could not gather much sand. However, I at least wanted to take a stack home to start building windows on my new house. After gathering some sand, I converted it into glass panes. This is the preferred method of glass, as you get more glass blocks than you do using actual solid glass. I choose to fill in all the windows I can. At this moment I did not realise I didn't actually have enough glass to complete the whole entire house, and will most likely need more in the future. If I do some of the builds I am planning, it may involve quite a lot of glass. That is, of course, if this series continues in the long term. It completely depends on its overall popularity. As you saw there in that quick time-lapse, I have now placed all the glass in the current open slots for windows. I shall return as soon as anything exciting happens. I have now travelled back to the nether with a large collection of rails. These rails will take me to my desert biome. Unfortunately, I didn't craft enough rails or any powered rails, so this currently will not work. Later in the video you also see I have some problems with minecarts, of which I will solve off camera, as I do not believe that your time is that invaluable to see me spam clicking a minecart. The laptop is also overheating at this point, so I felt maybe it was something to do with that. I shall now speed up the entire progress until we reach the end. I thought I'd just give you a quick rester after the very, very fast time-lapse you just witnessed. This is the fastest time-lapse I have tried yet, at over 2000%. I am hoping it is watchable, and if not, please let me know down below. For the rest of the video, I am going to try something new. I am not going to cut the video into clips, instead I'm just going to commentate as I go. As you can see here, I have completed the rail, and it has all been powered. I go back to the other world. I do have a few problems coming up, though I think that is nothing to do with the game, and more to do with my laptop or the way I'm doing it. I'd like to remind you I haven't played this game on PC since, well, a long time ago. I moved over to Bedrock a long time ago, and you may notice throughout the video, I am also working on a creative test world to build different types of farms. These will be farms for things like iron and XP. Off camera in my strip mine, I ended up finding a mob spawner. Though it is zombies, meaning it has no useful loot, I will still be able to harness it for its XP, and this I will likely do in another video. For now I am just crafting levers so I have a system to launch off of when I go to and from the desert biome. This desert biome will be very useful, and I imagine excavating a large amount of it when I have a full storage system. This storage system will allow me to sort the glass properly, and have separate chests for different items, whereas now I seem to have more of a chaotic pile. I know now I should have turned to that chest on the left and got more powered rails, though we will never know why I chose not to. I need to go out and find more gold, as I used it all on the powered rails I currently have, and do not believe I have enough to complete this highway, as I like to call it. This highway can be used for many things. Because of the usefulness of the 8:1 ratio, it allows me to travel long distances very far. Now here you can see I am struggling to get into the minecart. I am unsure as to why I cannot enter it. I also make the grave mistake of pushing it, and instead of just standing in front of it like a normal player, pushed it along. It did, however, allow me to realise that either my powered rails are distributed terribly, or I do not have enough. It reaches a certain point and just stops. I choose to break this rail, in hopes that I can come back in the future and power it. I thought of doing this the whole way down the track, but thought there is not much time left in the video, so there is no point. I'm sorry this video is much shorter than the others, however it has not been a particularly entertaining recording session. However, I do try to make sure only the interesting parts of the Minecraft actually end up with you. I have come back to the portal in hopes of making it so I can climb in. It may have something to do with this block I place, however I choose to extend the track by one and replace the cart. It may just be the case of my game in laptop aren't working properly right now, or my laptop is too hot with too high a CPU usage. We'll never know, however I will just leave this for now. This shall be the end of the video. The recording ends abruptly, I'm unsure why, so now I would like to ask you to like, subscribe and comment. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.